British Colonization and the 13 Colonies, the Foundation of Early America. The story of British colonization in North America began in the early 17th century, during a time when European powers were competing for land, wealth, and influence across the globe. England, seeking economic opportunity and expansion, turned its attention to the vast lands of the New World. This marked the beginning of a transformation that would eventually lead to the creation of the United States. The first permanent English settlement in North America was established in 1607 at Jamestown, Virginia. Founded by the Virginia Company, Jamestown struggled in its early years due to disease, starvation, and conflicts with Native American tribes. However, the colony survived and eventually prospered after the introduction of tobacco farming by John Rolfe, which became a profitable cash crop and encouraged further settlement. In 1620, another significant colony was founded when the Pilgrims arrived aboard the Mayflower and settled in Plymouth, Massachusetts. These settlers sought religious freedom as they were separatists who wished to practice Christianity outside the control of the Church of England. Before landing, they signed the Mayflower Compact, an agreement that established a form of self-government based on majority rule. This document became an early example of democratic principles in the colonies. Over the next century, Britain established a total of 13 colonies along the eastern coast of North America. These colonies were generally divided into three regions: New England, the Middle Colonies, and the Southern Colonies. The New England colonies included Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. These colonies were largely settled by Puritans seeking religious freedom. The region's rocky soil and cold climate made large-scale farming difficult, so the economy relied on fishing, shipbuilding, trade, and small-scale agriculture. Town meetings became an important feature of local government, allowing male property owners to participate in decision-making. The Middle Colonies, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, were more diverse in terms of religion and ethnicity. These colonies became known for their fertile land and agricultural production, especially grain, earning them the nickname the breadbasket colonies. Pennsylvania, founded by William Penn, was established as a place of religious tolerance and peaceful relations with Native Americans. The Southern colonies, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, developed economies based on large plantations growing tobacco, rice, and indigo. These labor-intensive crops led to the expansion of slavery. Enslaved Africans were forcibly brought to the colonies to work on plantations, creating a system of racial slavery that would deeply shape American society for centuries. Although the colonies were under British control, they developed their own local governments and assemblies. Colonial legislatures had the power to make laws and manage internal affairs, though ultimate authority rested with the British monarchy and Parliament. Over time, this experience with self-government strengthened the colonists' belief in their political rights. In the 18th century, tensions began to rise between Britain and the colonies. After the costly French and Indian War, Britain faced heavy debt and sought to tax the colonies to recover expenses. Laws such as the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts imposed taxes without colonial representation in Parliament. The colonists protested with the slogan, "No taxation without representation," arguing that they should not be taxed by a government in which they had no voice. Protests intensified, leading to events such as the Boston Tea Party in 1773, when colonists dumped British tea into Boston Harbor in defiance of taxation policies. In response, Britain imposed harsh measures known as the Intolerable Acts, further angering the colonists. By 1775, armed conflict broke out between British forces and colonial militias, marking the beginning of the American Revolutionary War. Leaders such as George Washington and Thomas Jefferson played crucial roles in the struggle for independence. On July 4, 1776, the colonies adopted the Declaration of Independence, formally announcing their separation from Britain. The war ended in 1783 with the Treaty of Paris, recognizing the independence of the 13 colonies. What began as small British settlements along the Atlantic coast had transformed into a new nation built upon ideals of liberty, representation, and self-governance. The history of British colonization and the 13 colonies is complex. It includes stories of courage, faith, opportunity, and political innovation, but also stories of displacement of Native Americans and the growth of slavery. These contradictions became deeply woven into the foundation of the new nation. In conclusion, the British colonies in North America were more than distant outposts of an empire.